This is Alexandra Deshorties, back with Coffee with the Artist for Syracuse Opera Facebook. Yay! So today I am with the wonderful Kelsey Watts and the wonderful Amanda Staub. Nice, I got the name right. I'm really bad with names, you know that already, but they didn't. So it's the first time exposed to this drama. So you are playing the part of Clorinda and the part of Tisbe. And those are in our Cinderella and in all Cinderellas and all Cenerentolas and all Cendrillon, the evil stepsisters. So basically goofy hijinks, bad behavior, total nonsense and stuff that you really would not want in your household. So, I mean, they're just self-involved little narcissists, approximately. That's, you know. So tell me about it. Tell me how this is going, because I know that the relationship with the two sisters is gonna make a lot of the hijinks work, because obviously, I mean, they're both pains in the ass in the same way, right? Or not? Maybe not. Maybe?
Yeah, a little bit of both, I think. It seems like they get along, but also fight and argue and want to outdo each other. So that dynamic's really fun.
That makes sense. Hair pulling and all?
A little bit. I was gonna pull Cinderella's hair, but I don't know if we cut it or not. I'll have to check.
You better know your feet.
Right.
What's that? Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think that, you know. But is it? So have you ever done a role of that kind? I mean.
No.
You've never done that kind of role.
No, I mean I think the closest I got to like more of a comedic role like this was the Sorceress in Dido and Aeneas.
Oh, okay.
But nothing as, I guess, I don't know, more like lighthearted.
Right. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, it makes absolute sense. Yeah.
I actually played one of the stepsisters in the Pauline Viardot Cendrillon.
Okay.
So I've played a similar role, but she was just characterized a little bit differently. But
oh, I see.
The younger stepsister again.
As I was talking with somebody else in another interview, I always played like the very dramatic roles. I never got to have I love comedy and I loved doing Fiordiligi, but it was always a straight man Fiordiligi, obviously. So comedy, yes, but kind of.
Right.
And I always wanted to play comedic roles. So for you, it seems like you're a little bit in the same situation that I was. You don't play the fun, goofy parts. You're always playing serious stuff.
Yeah. So the last two operas I did at Binghamton University, I played Pamina in the Staub, right?
But not comedic.
Not comedic, unfortunately. It was nice. The music is beautiful.
Well, yes.
Right. Unpopular opinion, but Pamina is like a little plain to me. Don't get mad at me.
No, but you know, that's interesting. That is really interesting, because I think it's a subject of debate with the modern woman opera singer. When you enter these roles where you feel like it's a little bit of the questions we had about our Disney princesses, right? Where we're like, why do I need somebody to come and rescue me? I'm perfectly able. And to have to find that in the middle of the roles. Yeah. So for you guys, I mean, you're much younger than me. So I didn't get that much of a choice. I was often directed to be playing. I was like, no, you're an idiot. You need to be rescued. Please stop being smart as you act. I was often directed that way, which, you know, of course didn't fly very well with what personality or, you know, method acting at the time. I was like, no. But for you guys, how is that settling in within everything that you're trying to reabsorb and change in this industry? Because there's been a clear marker that now we're having to go in a different direction. And acting, like I always say, like good acting is in the living room of, I said that 20 years ago and nobody listened to me, but now they are. Good acting is in the living room of every person in the world on demand on any given device. So the world at large knows what a good actor is. We cannot get away with bad acting anymore. But they don't necessarily know what a good opera singer is, and we still need to uphold that and put the two together in a way that is going to be healthy and is also gonna uphold the tradition, get rid of the convention, move all this shebang forward. Right. So what is your approach with that for you guys?
For me, I try to find something that makes a character feel a little bit more realistic, things that feel like real people. I mean, so many of the female roles are written by men, So they don't have a full concept of what a woman thinks and feels, because they are not one. They don't have their own like background in that.
Right.
And they also have all of their societal
Constructs.
constructs and restrictions and conventions, expectations.
Oh my.
So I mean, I think it's our job to sort of undo that a little bit
Mm-hmm.
and make characters feel a little bit more like actual people, as
Fleshed
opposed to
out.
as opposed to what a man thinks a woman should be.
Right.
Yeah.
Even the evil stepsisters, which
Even the
in
evil
a
stepsisters.
weird way are more progressive because at least they're not submitted to anything. They're kind of their own like crazy stuff happening over there.
Yeah.
But they have a lot of agency comparatively. Often that's what happens in secondary or parallel characters to the main protagonist. Is they turn out to have more agency per note than the person who is being put front and forward and has most of the notes, so to speak, most of the pages. So for you, what does that mean?
Same deal. I think part of what I like to do is try and find like myself in the character, regardless of like what the character is, right? Pamina versus Clorinda, right? It's
Right.
like, they're very different.
One might say opposite.
Opposite, almost. I would say in some ways,
Yeah.
in a lot of ways,
In a lot of
actually. But like finding the realism and trying to find myself in those characters kind of helped me play that. And it was funny, like we were just outside talking about this, me and Amanda, how the stepsisters kind of there's a little bit more variety in how you can play them versus
Right.
Clorinda, right?
That's
Like she
Right, she's Cinderella. She is.
That's
we
it.
know
Right.
who she is,
and
right?
I mean, like the way the music is written, it's very like it paints her in this like very like melancholy, like but graceful. I don't know.
It's kind of wistful.
Yeah.
But yeah, it there's a clear vision. I think like multiple people's like different visions of Cenerentola can be like quite similar.
Right.
But you can play the stepsisters like entirely differently, which gives us a lot of room, I think, to I guess play around with and also like do what you were saying, like switch things up, paint them in a different light, surprise the audience,
Right, right. What does that mean for you, like for example in this production, what's the spectrum of that here?
So we're playing with a lot with how the two stepsisters are different,
Right.
as opposed to like making them do the same things all
Right.
the time. It's said in the score that Clorinda is older and Tisbe is younger, but that's really the only thing that we know about them from the score.
Right.
So that's fun. That means we get a lot of things to play with.
Ambiguity. They could be twins for all you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. She could have been born 2
Oh,
minutes
yeah.
before.
I
They
didn't even
don't
think of
know.
that.
They could be fraternal twins, so they don't look alike. They have very different temperaments, but they've always had to share the limelight in the same way, so they have the same issues. Like they're both firstborns, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Just barely.
yeah, just barely,
So
yeah.
we're playing with Kelsey and Clorinda being more graceful and balletic in her movements, and with Tisbe being a little bit more brash and less graceful, which is fun for me. I like
Physical comedy.
I love
Yeah.
physical comedy. I love a good carabino jumping out of windows and goofing around and being fun. So
Oh, I love it
It's
too.
great for me.
I love it. I'm very envious of anybody who got to do a lot of that stuff. I
Yeah.
never got to do it. I wished I never got to do it. So, well, this is wonderful. And you guys are both musicians from musical families or not at all? How does that? You're both from musical families?
you're not?
No, you're not at all. So you'd be the first one today. So completely out of left field.
Yeah, actually, when I went to college, I was supposed to be. I majored as a chemistry major, and I worked in a lab. I was supposed to go into med school, but here I am.
I have so many questions now. So many questions. This is interesting. We're gonna have to do more of these. Like, oh my God. Okay, this is interesting. You see, you never know when you come to the opera what it is exactly that you're seeing. This is why we're interesting. I think we are, at least.
I mean, I think we're
We're
interesting.
working on it.
Yeah.
Right.
I think we're good. So anyway, well, our 10 minutes are pretty much up. I wish I had another 10 minutes. Hey, who knows? If you guys ask for it, maybe I'm bringing these ladies back to talk some more in another edition of this. But so our Cenerentola, we've got 2 performances. one in Binghamton on April 10th, and one in Syracuse on May 1st. Now, one of these ladies will not be in Syracuse, so we will recombine this one different way because we're gonna have to discuss this. And I want you to see certain aspects of recombining casts that most people that watch do not know about. In any case, come and see us, send your friends, share us. This is me signing off. Alexandra Deshorties again, back for Coffee with the Artists and our wonderful guests. So everybody, we'll see you soon. Bye.